Hello gamers, it's me, SPILLIN. It's my show. Glad to be back to do another video. Needed to take a break. Took a little extended break, but I'm back now. Wanted to get into what this video is about. The 10th anniversary of God of War. If you don't know, and if you just now started watching my channel, I am a big God of War fan. The 10th anniversary for God of War 1 is this Friday. In anticipation for that, they're doing Santa Monica Studios has teamed up with Games Done Quick and Able Gamers Foundation. And Able Gamers Foundation, which is this awesome organization, is basically established for gamers with disabilities, whether they're not mobile, they can't use certain limbs or whatever, or they're in wheelchairs, whatever the case may be. Currently, the foundation is trying to raise $250,000. It's already $100,000 or $113,000 the last time I checked. But anyway, the Quick Done, or the game, I think, was it Quick Games Done Quick? Basically, is all these gamers that have extensive amount of skills and stuff like that and are really good at games. They're going to be working to. They're going to be doing a live stream on Twitch to raise money. I've seen this done with other organizations for other purposes, and I thought it was just really neat. The combination of a game series that I really love, and then also a charity organization to help out other gamers who have disabilities, to give them the ability to be able to play games, which I thought was awesome. But in the midst of all that, it just sparked something for me, being able to just think back with God of War 1. How did I come into it? What were my first impressions? Where did I hear about it? Tell me your first experiences. Make sure you thumbs up the video so we can, basically get the word out about Able Gamers Foundation, because it definitely sounds like an awesome organization. I'm gonna leave a link down in the bottom. The live stream will take place this Friday, which is, I believe it's going to be March 20th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's going to be 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The rest of you guys around the world, I think for the UK, I think they're 6 hours ahead. So it'll probably be about 8 o'clock or 8 p.m. your time on Friday, something like that. I'm trying to remember or actually 6 p.m. I should say. So I'm going to leave a link down in the description about that. But tell me your first experiences. Make sure you thumbs up the video. Here's my copy of God of War 1. And like I said, they're actually going to be doing quick plays of God of War 1, God of War 2, and God of War 3. They're going to do, they're actually trying to do a quick playthrough of finishing all 5 games, or all 3 games, in 5 hours. My first experience with God of War 1 was kind of odd. I actually didn't run into the game until 2006. What was crazy for me was I was on a music blog, and I used to just sit there and talk about all kinds of music and stuff like this. And this was back in 2006. I actually didn't hear about the game until a year later. And one of the guys that was on the website, him and I just started talking about video games, because naturally I just feel like music and video games, they go hand in hand. Without one, you don't have the other. And one, music actually enhances the experience that you go through. And my first experience with God of War 1 was through him. And he said, "Oh man, you got a PlayStation 2?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got a PlayStation 2." And he was like, "Man, I want to tell you about this game." And he just started naming. He's like, "Do you remember Greek mythology and stuff like that in high school?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Yeah." And he was telling me about all these characters, and he's like, "What type of games are you into?" And I was like, "Mostly adventure, one player type games and stuff like that," because that's all I was into. None of the other stuff that I've kind of dabbled into at this point. And he was just like, man, there's this awesome game, and he was just describing Kratos and all these powers and stuff like that, and he was kind of giving me the synopsis and taking me through the storyline and all that other stuff. And so it was very intriguing. So immediately I went out and looked for the game, and since the game had already been out a year, I snatched up God of War 1 and instantly was hooked. I from the moment when I saw Kratos hanging from the cliff, getting ready to commit suicide, and then Athena basically talking to him in his ear, saying that your work is not done, and then watching this person basically go through this metamorphosis and become like a regular warrior to this powerful guy to killing a god, and then developing all these powers. Um, Little things that I always remember is like the first little things is every time he would get a power, like when he got Poseidon's power or when he got Hayden's power or whatever, it would always say, go forth, Kratos, and go forth in the name of the gods. And you see like kind of like this hologram type image that would be in front of a door. Before he walked through it, he would have to step on this platform, and then you would see him rise up, ascend a little bit off the ground, and then he would actually receive that power. And it was just funny to see all the it was funny to see all those little storylines. And then the cut scenes was very vital in their storytelling. The lady that does the voice of Gaia, and all she does also does a narration of 1, 2, and 3, and even the other God of Wars. It was somewhat important because that kept the strength of the story together. Her voice, and then mixture of Kratos' voice, and him just walking you through all the times that he felt like he got burned by the gods and stuff like that, and it was just very intriguing. So it was just interesting to see all that, and how I got pulled into the storyline, and how God of War 1 became not only one of my favorite games, but definitely an experience. I probably beat the game like 10 times on each level. And I'll probably go back just because of the memories. I'll probably go back and play it again this weekend and just burn right through it. I beat it in less than 5 hours. I think I beat it like 4 hours or something like that. I can't remember. But I'll go back, play it again just for fun. Some of the stages that just really grinded my gears was when he was climbing out of hell, and you had to make it to the top of it looked like it was a vertebrae with blades going swiveling around. And the thing is, you could either be in the middle or you could be almost to the top, but you had to kind of go around like a maze and watch out for these blades, but they were only giving you like so much space in between. And so that was the crazy thing. And so in the midst of all that, it was difficult. And so if you got clipped, or even if you got nicked, it would knock you all the way back down, and you would try to get all the way back up to the top, and you just keep going through that. And like even some of the boss battles were somewhat challenging, but each part of this game just kept me interested and led me on to part 2 and part 3, and then the other side games like Chains of Olympus and Ghosts of Sparta and all the other stuff. But yeah, those are some of my first experiences with God of War, and I can't believe it's only been 10 years. That time has gone by quickly. And like I said, I've come to watch all the director's cuts, watch all the producers and stuff like that, the lead guys for each thing. I sat and watched countless amount of interviews and everything. So yeah, God of War definitely has a special place for me in my gaming history. Tell me what your thoughts are. Good, bad experiences, whatever the case may be. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell others about it on Facebook, Instagram, whatever. But other than that, I'm LifeSpiller79. Tell me how your life is as a gamer. Currently, I'm playing through Rogue Galaxy. I'm about 30 hours in. I'm also playing Diablo 3, probably about 15, 20 hours in. And I'm playing Chains of Olympus on my PSP. Other than that, I'm back. LifeSpiller79.